Hey everyone, Brobuscus here, and welcome back to another Let's Watch of Death Battle. Today's episode, we got Master Chief from Halo versus Doomslayer from Doom. Now, as always, there should be a link in the description below. Go watch the actual episode yourself. Go support the official release before watching some random guy on YouTube react to it, okay? Got it? Cool. So you may notice things are, we got some changes around here. I got this, the poster up. I got this thing here that you probably didn't even see until I pointed it out. And I got my shirt. Yep, all my Kickstarter awards came in, at least the physical ones. And yeah, this is gonna be a thing from now on. Hope you like it, and if you don't, then sorry. So anyways, Master Chief versus Doomslayer. So I should probably take these things off real quick, because I don't need them for the time being. Okay, so how do I know these characters? Well, first of all, hey, rematch, hello. You guys don't know, somehow. This was the rematch y'all wanted to see, from, one of the rewards on the Kickstarter. Was hey, you get to vote for a rematch that we now have to do. I make it sound like that's an obligation, but you know what I mean. Hope y'all are gonna get what you wanted out of this one, because during the lead up to this, people treated this match like it's a sin against God. And I only agree from a research perspective because I had to do a bunch of research for this fight, so screw you all. Anyways, ignoring that for a hot second. So how do I know these characters? Well, here's the thing. I'm actually a pretty big Halo fan. I don't know if you guys remember, and if you, I don't know if you guys even knew this because it might have been hard to see, but for some of my earlier reaction videos, that shelf was not just Transformers. There was actually a few Halo figures on there, all of which I do still have. In fact, actually, I don't know if you can see it. You can't. Damn it. There's one boxed up down there waiting to be sold. I have it up on. You know what? I should probably stop talking. I do still have every Halo figure I have. They were just back there, and now they're in a box, probably waiting to be sold. But one that I'm not selling because I quite enjoy them is this guy here. What figure specifically is this? To be quite honest with you, I don't exactly remember. I was gonna show you the box he came in, but it has a price tag on it still, and I don't think I want to show you that. Here's the actual box it came in. So there's that, I guess. All you smarties in the comment section could probably figure it out from there. But yeah. But I've played almost every game in the Master Chief collection. The only one I have yet to play is Halo 3 ODST. I've played Halo 5. I just recently finished a playthrough of Halo Infinite. And I'd say all in all, they're some pretty solid games. At least at the worst, right? Like, I personally don't agree with the opinion that Halo 5 is this, like, crime against humanity game. It's really not that bad. It's still probably my least favorite of the series, but, at least of the ones I've played, anyway. But I thought it was alright. I enjoyed it when I played it. And for the lead up to this fight, I actually had to read some of the novels, of which there are almost 40 of them, so you're welcome. I didn't read all of them, not even like half of them, but the ones I have read range from holy shit, this is peak, to I'm going to fall asleep reading this. But anyway, enough of that. I'm trying to be positive today. Even though this episode coming out is probably going to be where my time in hell ends, because I mentioned I had to research one of these characters. I was repping Master Chief for the podcast I do, and I'm really excited for this fight to be over, and hoping that the next fight isn't something as nearly as complex. Watch, I'm gonna eat my own words from saying that. But anyways, so yeah, I'm a pretty big Halo fan. Oh, I've also seen Halo Legends. I've seen the Fall of Reach miniseries. I've seen Forward Unto Dawn. I have not watched the TV series. I know everyone says it's really bad, so maybe one day I'll suck it up and check it out just to see for myself. Because 9 times out of 10, when the common consensus on a thing from a franchise that I like is bad, chances are I'm gonna watch it and think. Chances are I'm either gonna watch it or play it or whatever and think it was all right. I'm gonna be a lot more positive about it than most. But we shall see what happens, I suppose. As for Doomslayer, well, unfortunately, I can't really say the same about him. I have actually not played a single Doom game. Well, okay, that's probably not true. I think I remember playing the 2016 game for a grand total of probably a half hour, and I just didn't know what I was doing. So, maybe I'll give it another try later down the line. I don't have it anymore, but one of these days, maybe I'll suck it up and play a Doom game if I ever find the time. My buddy Solid Storm, who you may remember from my Bowser vs. Eggman reaction, and maybe Dark Souls vs. Skyrim if you watched that one. He is a really big fan of Doom. Actually, he's also a really big fan of Halo, so I really should probably show him this fight next time I see him. So, yeah. But unfortunately, my experience with Doomslayer, with Doom as a whole, is quite minuscule. And that's being charitable, I think. Still, it seems like he's kind of cool. It seems like he's a pretty cool character. I just don't really have much of an opinion on him, nor Doom as a whole, really. So, if you couldn't tell from my the stuff here, I am really rooting for Master Chief to win this, and I'm sure that saying that out loud is gonna be like, wow, you're prepared to be sorely disappointed. I'm fully well aware of that. I've accepted this fate. I accepted this fate a long time ago, even before this fight was even announced. Yeah, Doomslayer is probably winning this. Now, I do think this fight is a bit less one-sided than I think people are giving it credit for. And not gonna lie, a lot of the arguments I saw for Doomslayer on social media and whatnot, from like YouTube and whatever, usually just kind of amount to Doomslayer wins because, I mean, look at him, right? And it's like, I don't inherently disagree with that notion, but it's like, that's not an argument, you know? That's not like, how strong are both of them? And like, I would ask that, and it's like, Doomslayer is stronger than Master Chief. Okay, how? Not that I disagree with that notion. I very much don't. And I would go into more detail as to why. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna cut straight to the video because I really just want to watch this already. Not just because I want my pain and suffering to be over, but also because this fight's probably gonna be pretty sick. But essentially, the way I view it, the way I have, I mean, you can see more elaboration on like the podcast. There's the G1 blog came out yesterday as recording this. To make an extremely long story short, I think currently I think Chief is faster, has a better AI companion, is more skilled, and has more weapons and equipment and whatever to throw at Doomslayer. Doomslayer, on the other hand, is significantly stronger, significantly more experienced, has a significantly more destructive arsenal as opposed to Chief's more varied arsenal. And I just don't think, even with the advantages that Chief does have, I don't see him finding a way around the gargantuan strength advantage. I am aware that there is the binary rifle, which shoots like antimatter, but that's one weapon versus the hundreds in Chief's arsenal. There's like a 1 in 130 chance or something, I don't remember, that Chief is ever going to pull out the binary rifle. And even if he did, it's a sniper rifle, so there's that. He'd have to get at a distance, which Doomslayer is not going to allow. Yeah. I've also heard there's apparently there's saving throw, which can like save Doomslayer from a fatal attack. So Chief would basically have to shoot him twice for it to work. And if Chief even lands a hit once, then Doomslayer's gonna be like, okay, that's a threat, and I need to avoid it. So yeah. So as much as I do really want Chief to win, and as much as I do think he stands a better chance than people let on, I do still have to give this fight to the Doomslayer. And with that in mind, I'm just gonna shut up and hit play.
It's me, Boomstick, and it's time for a death battle! Just kidding, that ain't me. That's the brand new Boomstick U2s. It's a limited time thing, so move your butts and get it while you still can. Just click the link below to go to u2s.com.
I wonder if I should get that.
Master Chief versus Doomslayer.
The Super Soldier and the Demon Destroyer of Doom. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
Gonna be an
armor,
uphill
and skills
one
to find out who would win a death battle.
That's really early to show off the energy sword.
2511. John grew up in a normal space colony many light years from Earth.
I wonder how
However,
deep they're gonna get into how
John
messed
was
up Halo
anything
is.
but normal.
He was different from the other boys. Taller, stronger, meaner.
Which is why the brilliant Dr. Halsey chose him for her great experiment, the Spartan-II program.
Well, he wasn't just chosen, he was kidnapped. Replaced by
Yeah.
a dying clone so nobody would know.
Newly conscripted into the United Nations Space Command.
Yeah, they
as
die like a
John
few months
117.
after they're
He was only 6 years old.
He
They're brought
wasn't
back
the
to their
only one.
families.
Him and 74 other kids got shoved into the deadliest summer camp ever, going through intense training
This looks
to be
Paramount
molded
Plus,
into child
God damn it.
soldiers. Because you can't spell infantry without infant.
The training tore away John's identity. He couldn't remember his family. He couldn't remember his home. He couldn't even remember his full name. All that mattered was the game, the mission.
And boy, was he good at it. Learning all sorts of military history, tactics, leadership, and best of all, weapons.
8 years later, he was finally prepared for the augmentation process that would make him superhuman. Augmentation which almost half of his peers did not survive, and even more were left permanently disfigured.
He's got this. How bad could it be?
The biochemical and biomechanical process
bad.
was extraordinary. Hormones and protein complexes boosted his muscle growth to an inhuman scale. His senses were surgically enhanced by rewiring his brain and capillaries. Carbide ceramic was
There's note of the
grafted to his
composer.
skeleton to make his bones nearly unbreakable. His nervous system was literally shocked into reacting 300% faster at all times. And with a little luck, John was torn apart and rebuilt as something new.
A Spartan.
Yeah, it was noted that like
Hey, the
by
process
18
is
years
messed
old,
up, but you
he
can't
had the
argue with
body.
results.
At
And it
14,
wasn't
sorry,
long
at
before
14 he had the
earned
body
rank
of like an
Master Chief
18-year-old
Petty
Olympic
Officer.
athlete.
Time to fight some crazy aliens.
And he has the gear to take on a whole army by himself.
Oh yeah, the M85C assault rifle can
That's a
fire
lot.
650 rounds in a minute. The M6R is nicknamed the Spartan Laser for a reason and can blow up tanks with a single beam of light. He's got a semi-auto rocket launcher with a lock-on feature.
Vehicles?
And if you're as lucky as John, a jumping feature. Oh, don't get me started on that.
I didn't realize those were getting
beautiful
counted.
pistol. Ah, good times.
Plus, he's picked up a number of enemy weapons over the years. The Covenant's charging plasma pistol, homing needler, and sticky plasma grenades add whole new strategies to Master Chief's combat style. And the weapons from the Banished basically shoot big, scary spikes at people. Kind of hardcore.
Yeah.
Unless he finds the energy sword or gravity hammer first, then he's gonna jump in swinging. Come on, you know everyone goes for the sword.
Out of the 135
Yeah,
plus weapons he's carried, the tech of the Forerunners may be his most impressive find. Ionized
Yeah.
particle weapons, slip space portal generators, and shields made of extremely durable hard light. In fact, by tapping into a Forerunner ship he was on, a massive amount of that very hard light formed a shield strong enough to save him from a point-blank 30 megaton nuclear warhead.
And annihilated a whole starship, and Chief was just fine, floating around in space like he's chilling at the pool. I guess it helps that he's wearing armor so badass it's named after Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Well, the Mjolnir armor improves his strength and speed even more, has energy shields to block incoming fire, and fills his wounds with medical biofoam. He's got a grappling hook, cause who doesn't? And thrusters so he
True.
can fly. Well, kind of.
Spartans in armor have dodged laser fire from the Type 50 beam rifle, and Master Chief has pushed himself to run 66 miles per hour, matching the top speed of a cheetah.
And he's strong enough to flip the 66-ton Scorpion tank.
Yep.
And even an elephant.
What? Why would he throw an elephant?
No, Wiz, not the animal, though he could definitely suplex the hell out of one of those if he wanted to. I'm talking about that behemoth of
Oh
a
my God.
truck that moves like 2 miles an hour. Even the game wonders how Chief can flip that 200-ton beast.
I
He can
don't
access
remember
other
this.
equipment with the Mjolnir armor, like invisibility, speed boosts, extra shields, and even 10 seconds of total invincibility. But even without those, the armor is strong enough to survive re-entering the Earth's atmosphere and crashing to the ground.
The moment
Yep.
we all realize just how tough this guy really is. Tough enough to end the war with the alien covenant almost single-handedly. He was so scary, the aliens even started calling him the Demon.
You'd think he wouldn't still be a petty officer after that. If anyone deserves a raise, it's him.
Oh, Master Chief Petty Officer is the highest rank for enlisted recruits. A commissioned officer isn't as active in the field. Kinda defeats the whole point of being a super soldier, right?
Makes sense. And he wasn't totally alone in this. He had the help of an onboard artificial
Cortana.
intelligence system based on the mind of Dr. Halsey herself, Cortana.
God, everything comes with AI these days. This one's different, though.
Yeah.
Or, wait, maybe not. Is anyone horny for Alexa?
Cortana can
Stop.
hack other AIs, even those designed by far more advanced civilizations. She is constantly tracking enemies, can guide large-scale battles, and even process the entirety of human knowledge in less than 2 hours. ChatGPT could never.
I mean,
True.
Chief isn't too far from an emotionless robot himself. Halsey made him like that.
Sort of. He's a force to be reckoned with, but John lost a lot of himself along the way. As luck would have it, and John is quite lucky, Cortana proved herself a dear friend. Even when she started her villain arc and exploded. But it's okay, he just got a new one.
Kind of ironic how the artificial chick based on the woman who destroyed his life would bring back his sense of humanity.
But no matter who or what he has on
True.
his side, the Master Chief is no mere hero of Earth, but a savior of the galaxy.
Whether or not he starts a fight, you can be damned sure he'll finish it.
2 dark moons circle
All
the
right,
red
Slayer.
planet of Mars. Phobos, named for the Greek god of fear, and Deimos, inspired by the god of dread.
Sounds like the perfect place for portals to the burning abyss.
As demons swarm the Martian moon of Phobos, only one man survived to tell the tale and push the demons back to the pits of hell.
He was a space marine until he refused an order to fire on civilians. He was an engineer until his base was overrun by demons. He owned a cute pet rabbit named Daisy.
Likes
until
Isabel.
those
There it
demons
is.
Murdered her, pissing him
Hates
off
demons,
so much
demons,
even the
demons.
Hulk would be jealous.
This impossible man was known as, well, nobody really knows. He's a mystery, a symbol of both death and hope. So we just call him
Doom Guy! Oh yeah! There's a reason why my leg is the same super shotgun he's got. And now you can get your own super shotgun on me, where it belongs.
What is that?
My U2's stupid. It's just like me, except 8.2 times more huggable.
Because the shotgun doesn't randomly go off?
Yeah, right. I hope not. But this is a one-time thing. Once they sell out, they're gone. So hurry up. I said hurry up, Wiz.
Okay, I'll get one. Was going to anyway. The quality is immaculate.
Anyway, Doom Guy. Oh, it's so freaking cool. He scrounged up a slew of
Okay,
weapons from who
that
knows
was
where
a
and got
random
down
place
some
to put
good
that.
old-fashioned running and gunning.
Rifles, shotguns, flamethrowers, plasma guns, rocket launchers, chainsaws, and a frankly terrifying-looking grappling hook.
The Unmaker is a celestial super gun, shooting beams of light that take down demons in one shot.
Only rivaled by the incredible feat of technology that is the BFG 9000.
Don't sugarcoat it, Wiz. That's the big fucking gun. A single plasma shot from this beauty can annihilate everything in front of Doom Guy instantly. It's like a handheld mini atom bomb launcher. It's also the power source for the BFG 10,000, a massive weapons platform that blasted a hole through Mars.
And so, Doom Guy discovered his life's
BFG
mission
9000
to kill
by itself is
every
incapable of such
demon
power levels. Okay.
ever. No, really, he is absolutely obsessed with slaughtering demons, like an addict.
And look at him go! Oh yeah, that's addictive. He killed demons on Phobos. He killed demons on Deimos. He killed demons on Earth. He even killed demons in hell.
The sheer scale of demonic violence changed him, breaking him down into a living weapon.
Good thing he got some time to himself to grind some rails, chill with Isabel, and visit the faraway world of Argent de Nerve.
I forgot about the Tony
for all
Hawk
of
thing.
About 10 seconds before he was thrown into a coliseum. Naturally, he was the best fighter there. He even joined and trained with the Night Sentinels, an elite fighting force.
And then hell showed up on that planet too.
Man, my guy really can't catch a break, can he?
No.
While most people would be terrified of demons showing up to murder them, something had shifted. Doom
When
Guy
are we
wasn't
getting
scared of
Ash Williams
demons.
on Death
The
Battle?
demons were scared of him.
I think that should have happened a
Hellwalker,
long
they
time
called
ago.
him. The Beast, the Unchained Predator. But his time with the Night Sentinels solidified a new moniker, one that would strike terror throughout the Dark Realm. Doom Slayer.
Imagine being those demons, excited to invade a whole new world far away from that helmeted freak who killed you last time, just to stumble onto him all over again. I'd be scared too. The Slayer is like a fusion dance of Jason Voorhees and the goddamn Terminator. He's always coming up with new ways to kill demons, but my fave is the
What was that
blazing
gun?
sword called the Crucible.
The Crucible is powered by Argent energy, sort of like a fuel for hell. Completely charged, it can power all of Earth for up to 8 months. Granted, much of Earth had been decimated at that point, but it's future technology, so it probably evens out. By taking
Okay.
the average annual consumption of Earth and narrowing it down to 2/3, given the 8 months time, thereby multiplying it by 0.666, how fitting, we can conclude that the Crucible's full charge outputs over 53 quadrillion joules of energy, giving an output of approximately 157 trillion kilowatt hours.
Yeah, big number. That's nice. But the Slayer just uses
Notice
the
how they
Crucible
use
to blow
joules
shit
for
up.
this
Even
and yet use
without it, he can
megatones
fight
for
specters, which are totally
Chief's feet.
invisible to most people. He's strong enough to knock around these enormous steel blocks like nothing, and can even take down titans with his bare hands. Titans that can be 1,000 feet tall. Is this guy even human?
Those
No.
on Earth might not think so. He's not just a hero of the people. Some believe he's more.
Like a religion. Like a god.
Well, hang on. We know he's human because we know his ancestry. Doomguy is the great-grandson of B.J. Blazkowicz from the Wolfenstein games, which means Doomguy's father is the one and only Commander Keen.
I don't know. That just makes him even more mysterious.
Regardless, the Slayer has plenty of upgrades, power-ups, and rune enhancements that make him seem superhuman, like speeding up his perception of time, turning partially invisible, or even becoming completely invulnerable for 30 seconds. But don't get it wrong, the Slayer is not invincible. While his rage makes him an unstoppable force of fury, it consumes him. He's less a precise weapon and more like setting loose a bull in a china shop, if the bull was also strapped to 8 swinging wrecking balls and a rocket-powered steamroller.
The Praetor suit may be an ancient relic, but it's also the most advanced set of armor in the universe and totally indestructible. Oh, and Assassin's Creed guy wishes he had a wrist knife as epic as the Doom Blade.
Back in his Doomguy days, he relied on mega armor that could half all damage. damage. Now his Praetor suit can withstand Argent Plasma, the same energy that powers the Crucible. He can even tank actual meteors.
Or he'll just dodge the meteors, because he's fast enough to outrun rockets from a rocket launcher.
He also has some help in the form of Vega, an AI he found overseeing mining operations on Mars. While Vega was not originally designed for combat scenarios, it is proficient
Doomslayer,
in hacking
I thought
and
Doom
tech
Guy
know-how.
outrunning rockets
Vega can
was,
even create portals to alternate dimensions, including Hell itself.
It's like
Never mind.
pizza delivery, but for demons. Of course, that just makes it easier for Doomslayer to chainsaw them all in half.
And time works differently in Hell. The Slayer may technically be human, but his rage evolved him, turning him into something more.
And then he was literally blessed with immortality. Yeah, he can still technically die, but he no longer ages. So he's been killing demons for dozens, no hundreds, no thousands of years.
However, it turns out the Slayer was all part of a grander story. For Vega was actually the remnant of an ancient god.
God is an AI? Okay, the inevitable robot takeover is gonna go way harder than I thought.
Vega's ultimate enemy was the Dark Lord of Hell. He has many names: Davoth, Satan, the Devil, the true first being who created all of existence.
But he's the master of all demons, the most demon-y demon of demons. And we all know what the Slayer does to demons. Say it with me now. Rip and tear! Oh yeah!
Wait, why does the Devil look like the Doomslayer?
Oh, I think he wanted to take a form known for pure destruction. You see, Doom is in many ways a surreal postmodern story that is up to the player's interpretation.
Right.
Also, killing evil wannabe Doom guy in a mech suit from hell is just badass.
The Doomslayer had
That's true.
fulfilled his purpose. He'd slain the Dark Lord, decimated demonkind, and trapped whatever scraps remained behind the closed gates of hell. And so, like an ancient weapon of prophecy, the Slayer was sealed away, ready to awaken at humanity's call when the fires open again.
All hail the Slayer, the Destroyer. He is more than a man. He is Doom.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
And pause. Yeah, so let me think. So it definitely seems to me like a lot of what I said about what works in Chief's advantage in Chief's court still applies. Because what we had for Chief was dodging laser beams, surviving a 30 megaton nuke, what else we had? I literally was going through this in my head during the ad, during the Prize Picks ad. It's a huge arsenal of weapons. Strong enough to flip elephants, and then Cortana is just busted. I probably shouldn't have talked as much as I did during Vega's part, so that's my bad. But for Doomslayer, we had the Crucible powering up Earth for, 8 months straight. Again, I can't help but find it really interesting that they used Joules for Slayer and Megatons for Chief, when Joules is by nature gonna get larger numbers anyway. I can't help but feel like that's a bit of a trick. You know what I mean? But Slayer has dodged meteors, so that's cool, I guess. But dodging meteors versus dodging lasers, that's a completely different thing. It just seems to me like what works the best in Doomslayer's favor is his overall power and just the sheer scope of the enemies that he's fought compared to Chief. So yeah, I'm okay. I guess I should say I'm still siding with Doomslayer, but I don't know. The way they presented it kind of made it seem like there was a bit. There's I don't know. I'm just keeping my eyes open for a potential trick with comparing the Megaton nuke versus the jewels from the Crucible. Maybe I'm just coping. I don't know. Let's just get this started already.
I'm not detecting enemy forces. Perhaps they left?
You tell me.
You sure demand a lot from a girl. Wait. Around the corner. Be ready.
Enemy located. Combat will likely be necessary.
Well, isn't he astute?
Immediately starting with a minigun. Okay.
Alert. Portal detected.
Hello, brute shot.
Who brings a chainsaw to a gunfight?
I'm liking Cortana so far. Well, that was clever. Oh, rip brute shot. That's so early for the energy sword.
Chief, watch your six!
Oh. He lost the energy sword.
You are surrounded.
Oh. Oh, hey! This is cool.
What the hell just happened? I'll see what I can do about that annoying AI.
Do it. I'll finish this fight. I can no longer detect the enemy. Systems complete.
There goes Vega. Oh. Damn, he zooming. Ooh. Why is there a rat? This is a lot more intense than I was expecting.
Still with me?
Okay, that I like that. Oh. Nope, dud.
KO! And lo!
Okay.
Our avenging angel has triumphed, for he is doomed. Amen.
There's a lot going on here, so let's break this down, starting with physical stats. Being a genetically enhanced super soldier, you'd probably expect the Master Chief to take the edge here.
Wrong! Chief can outrun a cheetah moving 66 miles per hour. The Slayer can outrun a rocket zooming almost 8 times faster.
Master Chief can flip the 200-ton elephant platform. The Slayer can fling around these massive steel cubes, which each measure to over 400 tons.
He can take down Titans with his bare hands, so it adds up. If this came down to a fistfight, he'd just punch Chief's head off.
Stats may go to the Doom Slayer, but Master Chief has one trick the Slayer can't beat, his AI.
Yeah, Vega may be God repackaged as Siri, but Cortana is clearly the more dangerous computer pal.
Cortana was designed for combat encounters and battle planning. Vega oversaw a mining facility. Granted, Vega's nothing to laugh at, but Cortana's kind of famous for hacking ancient all-knowing technology on multiple occasions. And even if you want to argue Chief should have the weapon instead, she's still a copy of Cortana.
And when it comes to experience, Chief likely has more consistent training. Becoming a super soldier and one-man army is basically all he did since he was a child.
The Slayer may
True.
seem like a rampaging bull consumed by rage, and he is, but he was also a Marine and trained with the Night Sentinels.
And since time in hell gets wacky, he fought demons non-stop for thousands of years.
Given the sheer variety of enemies, battles, and wars Master Chief has experienced, it's a tough call, but we think fighting demons for so long tips the scale to the Slayer.
Not that it matters much, because we're on to the last and best category, arsenals. From weapons to power-ups, both Chief and the Slayer had a ton of stuff they could bring into the battle.
Both had means to turn invisible or shield themselves from damage. Both had suits that could withstand extreme heat and intense hits. And both had so many weapons.
Technically, Master Chief had a greater variety of weaponry, but when it comes to sheer destructive power, the Slayer had him beat. The Unmaker can match the Spartan laser's light speed without having to worry about charging up, and nothing on Chief's belt can match the raw power of the BFG.
Still, Master Chief did use a hardlight shield to survive a point-blank 30 megaton bomb. However, Cortana was siphoning power from the Forerunner ship they were on to make that shield, so it was a very specific circumstance not easily replicated. And it's clear that without the shield, he would have been obliterated.
Even if he could replicate it, Doomguy had the weaponry to break through. Take the Crucible.
Remember, the Crucible holds power equivalent to 157 trillion kilowatt hours, which directly converts to 90 gigatons of TNT.
Okay.
Even if you divided that power between the Crucible's 3 charges, a single swing from that sword is, at minimum, 1,000 times more powerful than that nuke. The Slayer gets the final nail in Arsenal, as he just had the better odds of actually taking the Chief down.
As much as Chief tried to master the situation, he was doomed. Slay, King!
The winner is the Doom Slayer.
Amen. Next
Okay.
time on Death Battle.
What we got? Oh! Well, geez, that's a lot sooner than I was expecting.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more
Gurren
Death
Lagann
Battle.
versus
Thanks
White
for
Lantern.
watching.
Check this out. Get my U2s while you still can, and you might score a rare gold variant. It's only available for 2 weeks, so act now.
Okay. Wow, that is a lot sooner than I was expecting it to be. But I guess it's becoming kind of a theme lately. Episodes coming out faster than you expect them to. But okay, cool. That's definitely going to be a good one because that's one that that one's garnered quite the popularity in this community. Made even more so by the track, which I would say good luck beating that, but I have faith. So that'll be interesting. I don't know how that one's going, to be honest. I feel like if you had to like point a gun to my head and ask me who I think is winning that right out the gate, I'm probably gonna say White Lantern. So the more popular way this has been said was Simone the Digger versus Kyle Rayner. But I guess they're titling it Gurren Lagann versus White Lantern. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, so I guess my current thoughts right now, I'd probably say I'm more leaning towards Kyle, because Lanterns are just busted, honestly. That's no shade against, that's nothing against Simone. I'm aware that Gurren Lagann has a history of being incredibly broken. Yeah, that should be a good one. As for this fight, well, I mean, we all kind of figured, right? I'm at least glad they didn't like super present it as this like ungodly curb stomp, but yeah, there really wasn't much Chief could do here. Honestly, as soon as he lost the energy sword, I thought that was it. Which on a side note, it's a bit of a shame we didn't get a energy sword versus crucible fight in here. That would have been sick. I kind of thought that was part of the reason why people wanted this in the first place, just to see those two swords clash. But okay. Fight was sick. I can say that. You know, Devil and David absolutely cooked. With the animation. Not gonna lie, the death doesn't really do a lot for me. I was kind of hoping this one wouldn't have a super gory kill. I mean, granted, it wasn't like incredibly gory, but I don't know, something that still kind of pays a little bit of respect. Not saying it was like disrespectful or anything like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just again kind of like Chief's my guy, so I'm like, I see him get brutalized, I'm like, oh, okay. Not gonna lie though, their battle against the demons was super cool. That's probably my favorite bit of the whole fight. And that's saying something, because the rest of the fight was sick. MVP for dialogue though is definitely Cortana. I quite enjoyed what they did with her. And I especially love the very beginning, really. Chief and Cortana are probably have like some of the best dynamics in the whole series, so I'm glad they were able to get that across here too. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this one. It's a I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a lot, actually. I'm happy y'all got the fight y'all voted for. But yeah. You know, I mean, it's a blow to my, you know, my inner Halo fan is quite hurting right now, but I'll get over it. I knew Chief wasn't gonna win, so that's like, yeah. Yeah, cool. So with that, that was Master Chief versus Doomslayer. So I don't really have a whole lot more to say, so I guess I will get going now. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.